All right, we ran into one of those days where I was like, all right, day on, Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Gotta get to work. I mean, which I love talking about because it's Spider-Man. I know I didn't do a video on the Eternals trailer. The answer is simple. It's because it's Spider-Man, dude. Eternals, I don't know enough about the Eternals to contribute to the conversation. Spider-Man? Spider-Man trailers, Batman trailers, Superman trailers, I'll always be there for. Those are my early comic book characters right there, man. They're near and dear to the heart. So we have a new trailer, an only trailer to Spider-Man No Way Home. At one point, there was a rumor that there wasn't even gonna be a trailer. I was like, that's sweet. I hope that's real. Alas, it's not. We have a trailer that dropped it because I guess the trailer leaked online because everything leaks online. Which I feel like even talking about this trailer, I should give a spoiler warning for Spider-Man Far From Home. If you haven't seen that movie, well, this is spoilers because this takes place after that. All right, you've been warned. After Spider-Man Far From Home, well, he was framed for murder. Mysterio got his last laugh, which I don't think there's any way Mysterio's actually dead because he's Mysterio. Anyone can fake their own death. It's Mysterio and Elvis. And Tupac. But that's where this movie starts out. It shows that his life is completely, it's like if his life was a board game table, like Risk or Monopoly, someone just went, flip the table, happens in every game you ever play in either of those two games, and the game of life if you're, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So you see the point of the movie, the plot come into focus when he visits Doctor Strange, and Peter Parker's like, can you manipulate reality where people just never learn that I was Spider-Man? Benedict Wong is like, don't you do it, Doctor Strange. You're the Sorcerer Supreme. What would Tilda Swinton do? And maybe it's a larger conversation that they do have, but it looks like Doctor Strange was like, don't worry, Peter. That Benedict might not do it, but which Benedict has two thumbs and is totally gonna fuck the multiverse? This guy. Oops, look like we screwed the multiverse, which he does say the multiverse is something we know frighteningly little about, which does make sense, since the multiverse only just started existing in their world. However, Peter Parker in this scene does show the difference between being intelligent and being smart. I mean, Peter Parker's intelligent. He's always intelligent. All the Peter Parkers I've seen are pretty intelligent people. But a smart person, when the Sorcerer Supreme is like, all right, I'm casting a spell that manipulates the multiverse, and he tells you to shut the fuck up because you're ruining the spell, a smart person would be like, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. I'm gonna take a knee. It's fine. Sorcerer Supreme told me to shut the fuck up. So that's what I'm gonna do. But not this Peter Parker. He just keeps prattling on and then, oops, screwed it all up. Intelligent, but not very smart. So that's what they're dealing with. They're dealing with the multiverse of madness before it becomes the multiverse of madness. It's just No Way Home. But the money shots, the reason we tuned into this, because the rumor's been like, oh, Doc Ock's gonna be in it, Jamie Foxx, Electro's gonna be in it, Willem Dafoe's gonna be back in it as Green Goblin. And you see the Doc Ock arms, it actually shows Alfred Molina, and he's like, hello, Peter. But the couple thoughts I have here are, we don't see the Green Goblin. We do hear his cackle, his laugh. Fan of the first Spider-Man movie, absolutely. Fan of Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, but his helmet, his mask always bothered me. And since we don't see him at all, I'm hoping he has a bit of a redesign. Like, give him a face that actually looks like the Green Goblin's face. If they make him look more goblin-ish and it doesn't just look like a helmet, I think that'd be pretty cool. But my other thought is when Doc Ock shows up and he's like, hello, Peter. My first thought was when he showed up, he should be like, who are you? You're not Peter Parker, because Peter Parker looks like that. Not you. Who are you? But, and I saw this comment in the comment section as I was still processing this, and I was like, oh, that's a legit theory, is that he's not talking to Tom Holland, though the trailer's cut together to make it look like he's talking to Tom Holland. The thought is he may be talking to Tobey Maguire, because one of the rumors out there is that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland are all in this movie as Spider-Mans. That would make more sense that he would call Tobey Maguire Peter Parker, because he would know him as Peter Parker. Granted, in Spider-Man 2, also spoilers for the original Spider-Man 2, just being cautious. Right after he found out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, he went down. He's like, I will not die a monster. Bam! I guess this isn't a continuity in the multiverse where that didn't go down like that. There are some things to look forward to in this movie, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little bummed out that whole cliffhanger of like, oh, the world knows that Peter Parker's Spider-Man. How is he gonna deal with that? It looks like it does eventually get forgotten, but it is the driving force that does lead into this multiverse adventure. But now that we're moving on to the multiverse thing and they got Alfred Molina's Doc Ock coming back, phone call while I'm filming. I always put your phone on silent when you're filming or in a movie theater. But now that we have villains from other Spider-Man movies coming back, I can't deny that I'm like, oh yeah, that other thing would have been cool to see, but I really want to see how they do that. Looking forward to the movie. It was a good trailer. Side note, I know I get a lot of comments like, when are you going to review Spider-Man 2? There's this comment, this person's like, attempt number, what are we up to? 30 something, 40? It's a lot. It's like attempt number X to get Jeremy to review the original Spider-Man 2. You don't need to do that. I'll do it before this movie comes out. My short thoughts, it's one of the top tier comic book movies of all time, and definitely the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Those are my quick thoughts. So, all right, the trailer to Spider-Man No Way Home. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.